Hey guys, filming a second video today before it gets too old, things get too old. So we're gonna talk souvenirs and shopping in the EU because I do know that shopping is a big part of every EU trip. By the way, today's drink of choice is a kombucha. I've been trying to get out of sodas and even low sugar sodas. I'm the only one that drinks this, so I drink this right out of the bottle. Okay, let's do this. So traveled to Italy recently, and before I actually visited the country, I knew that I was going on a trip. I just did not know the proper destination. I didn't know that I was going to Italy. So I couldn't really pre-plan, and I always love to pre-plan my shopping. Did like a quick Reddit search and bought everything that I thought was gonna add value. To me, I think at this point, I am seeking more quality than quantity. We're gonna start, I do have a few things with respect to retail, designer, space. If you haven't seen my past two videos, I did buy a pair of Chanel shoes. I am sick of having her on camera. So I'm gonna get that away. If you wanna know more about these shoes, you should see my first and second video. I did buy another pair of shoes, which I completely forgot about till now. I had my eyes on these when I visited Neiman Marcus. They're from Chloe, and I really put off buying this because it wasn't an essential, but I do appreciate the added height because it does give me like a 3-inch height, and I really love that. So these shoes, I just remembered I wore these, and I'm putting this on my dining table, so I really have to wipe her down. Gross. I'm not someone who is drawn to anything from Chloe. I haven't been drawn to this brand before. Like, I don't have anything from them. I think they're very farmhousey, feminine kind. But I fell in love with these shoes because I don't know, they're just really nice. They feel interesting for a pair of black wedges like that, which are in like this flip-flop style. They are also a tad bit expensive for a pair of flip-flops. I just thought they're gonna give me good height and comfort, and I want to tell you one thing though. I did wear them out. They're like super heavy. It's like they're like dumbbells, you know. I can actually do some weighted workouts. These are weighted walks. Yeah, but I love them. They're so nice to look at, and they are gonna add a lot of value to my closet. I just knew that I did not want to buy a designer bag. I don't know, guys. I've just not been very interested in buying designer bags. But Florence is where I went to in Italy, and Florence has leather schools, and they actually have universities where they train people on how to work with leather, like bag making schools and stuff like that. So buying local is like the real flex in Florence. So I bought this bag. I think she is absolutely gorgeous. This is not branded designer, none of that. It's a local bag from a local store. So yeah, there is some leather work all over here. The interiors are leather, the strap leather, but we do have some suede. So I thought this can be the cutest little fall winter bag for me. It's like Prada and Miu Miu had a baby together, and this bag was born. The thing that I was so excited about was to buy olive oil, because that's what Italy is known for. But also, the best way to travel through Europe is to have a carry-on bag if you're doing multiple destinations. I did not have checked luggage with me at all this time. I didn't feel secure to get olive oil back with me, so I did buy the tiniest bottle. It's so tiny, it's gonna get over in like very few uses, and I'm gonna reserve this for only Italian food, which I don't cook a lot, but I do have a bottle of olive oil. So I was in Tuscany, which is the biggest flex for me for the rest of my life, because it is one of the most gorgeous, underrated places. Underrated in the Indian community. Underrated in the Indian community, because Indian communities everywhere, especially Japan. Japan is a place for Indian community right now. But yeah, nobody I know went to Tuscany, so that's my flex. Guys, visit Tuscany, it's beautiful. And then of course, when you go to Tuscany, which is wine country in Italy, you need to get a bottle of wine. So I am not a drinker. Like, I don't drink. I have a very bad stomach. It gives me hives. I don't drink. But when you go to Italy, you drink. And then I got like 1 or 2 glasses for the whole trip, for the whole entire trip. And I had like an upset stomach the whole time because I'm not good with anything that disturbs my internal lining of my stomach or whatever. But a rosé is something that I really liked throughout my vacation. I'm not really a red wine girl, like a Chianti girl. It's just too dry and strong for me, and I really appreciated a rosé compared to white wine. So I decided to go with a bottle of rosé, one bottle, and this was packed to the heavens because I was so afraid of putting this in my little carry-on, checking the bag along with the olive oil, and have all my clothes there, my clothes and everything, and I didn't want them to have stains of wine on them because it never goes. Before I move on, I was so curious that I did a Reddit search on what I can take back with me, and on Reddit everything was all about going to grocery stores, and that is also a passion of mine. I love going to grocery stores in a different country where you know that the ingredients are clean and everything is made with really fresh, almost farm quality ingredients, and I wanted to get some stuff with me. I really wanted to get cheese with me, even though I am lactose intolerant, but then I realized that you cannot get produce. You cannot get produce like lemon cheese, none of those seeds, things, grains, which are uncooked. I also wanted to get the wheat semolina that they use for cooking their pastas, which would also be considered as produce. So I could not get those. Those were a no-go because of customs. I don't really get that. But I did get very few other things. I did get a few more things. I'm not finding anything. I don't know where they are at the moment. I bought 2 bottles of pesto, tiny ones. They're like so tiny. Tiny, one green and one red pesto, so I'm gonna use that up sometime. Some spices, spices. These have a lot of chili flakes in them, just to put on your pasta or pizza, whatever. Interesting story about this chocolate. I bought this chocolate, and this was not exactly to bring home with me because you get really good chocolates in the US. I don't know, I didn't feel very compelled to buy chocolates, but this Kinder Cards was actually given as a snack on the bullet train, which is called Italo. Beautiful experience on the train, but they just give you like a little snack. They ask you if you want nuts, chocolate, or something else, and I picked chocolate, and Diet Coke, of course, which is, I'm a Diet Coke girl. I love Coke. Oh, they don't have Diet Coke. They have Coke Zero, which to me, they all taste the same. But yeah, I basically tried these, and this wasn't to bring home, but I snacked on this my whole trip while I was there. These are so good. They're not anything like a souvenir, but just like, you know, something fun to try if you're there. Maybe even a souvenir, but they're just from Kinder, you know, it's just fun. It's nothing great. The last thing I have here, which I'm pretty sure I have more things. I did buy pasta as well. I'm just not able to find them, which is crazy to me. I can't find these pastas. But anyway, I found this. Okay, so backstory for this little item over here. I stayed in a beautiful resort in Tuscany, and Tuscany is out of a painting, out of a dream. I couldn't say enough good things about Tuscany. But the place that I stayed at, and as did most other places as well, they were just packed with gardenia trees, jasmine trees, you know, those little climbers everywhere, and just lavender. Lavender on sidewalks, lavender, you know, in the entranceway to a nice little restaurant, lavender everywhere. So I'm just nuts about florals in general. I go crazy over florals in general, and I just stopped everywhere to stand and smell the lavender buds and the jasmine trees, and just really I wanted to know why everything smelled the way it did, because it wasn't deodorant. It wasn't created artificially. It was from the trees. It was the most insane smell, fragrance that it was divine. It was divine. So I was obsessing about lavender, and I found a shop that sold only lavender goods. Like they had lavender soap, oil, and everything. And again, I was really worried about bringing back edible lavender, but I thought I'm going to take a chance with it because this could be considered produce as well. So I picked this up which I thought was edible lavender, but it's not. I found that out after I built this and bought this. This is something you put in your closet for your clothes to smell really good, and yeah, and things like that. So I bought 2 of these. They smell insane, but they're not edible, because I love like making my own lavender syrup, making all of that, but they're not edible, unfortunately. I did find a packet of pasta that I bought. So these are amazing. I haven't made them actually. They look good. They're in collaboration with Dolce & Gabbana, so that makes them look really good. I don't know how they taste. I bought this at a bakery so I could eat something other than cheese, because for a lactose intolerant person, 10 days on 2 things that I really cannot stomach, gluten and lactose, and 10 days on that was a challenge. So, and this is also gluten, but you know, whatever, it doesn't have cheese in it, so I bought it. This is really cool. These are just biscotti. They make biscotti really well. They know what they're doing with biscotti. So I bought that for consumption. These are all opened and I've already eaten a lot of them. So for me, this trip was not about shopping. It was more about experiencing stuff, which it hasn't been that way for a long time. It was always about shopping. So things are shifting, things are moving in a different direction as I get older. But I do feel like everybody needs to have that phase where you're crazy and wild and with whatever you want, whatever you're passionate about, and then you kind of soften up a little bit as you grow slightly older. The last few things that I bought, and to end the video off on a really high note, so I am curating a new closet, and that has been on my mind the whole time. And I'm only buying and adding pieces minimalistically to my new wardrobe. So I did buy a few pieces from nothing outstanding, but like Zara, Mango, Uniqlo, those brands. And I have 2 or 3 dresses that are so insanely pretty that I want to show them to you. I bought more, but I'm only going to show a few of them. So firstly, I think I have 4 pieces that I want to share. So this is a dress that I bought from Mango. She's absolutely stunning, has this beautiful embroidery, like silver embroidered details on there with some beading work. Stunning. So pretty. I can't wait to wear this outfit sometime. So beautiful. I bought this dress. The next one is absolutely perfect for someone who's obsessed with having a very coquette core wardrobe, but also really balancing it out in a way that, you know, the way I want to do it. So this one is still available on the Zara website. This is a corset dress. This is so nice when you put it on. It looks so casual and beautiful, but at the same time it's really well done. The fabric has some floral butterfly detailing on there. It's kind of embossed in a really pretty way. It has these gorgeous buttons. Very beautiful dress. Fell in love with. This dress is going to be the pride and joy of my closet for a very long time to come. This dress. Honestly, I was strolling through the Zara store, and I'm still behind where I saw a woman carry this dress, and I'm like, whoa, this is insane. I've never seen anything like this. And that's exactly what that lady said. She's like, not on Zara, no, never seen anything like it. The dress is a really nice green, light green dress. It has lace details at the top, at the hem. It has a little floral detail in the center. The straps are a sky blue. It's the most gorgeous dress one of the most gorgeous dresses in my closet. Stunning. It is sold out online, so sorry about that. This is a set that I bought from Mango. It is a plaid print skirt. It is so chill, like it's so comfy, and I did buy the matching top. It has a cowl neck in the front, and the back looks like a little slip. For all the other pieces in the Mango store, in comparison, this was also quite inexpensive, which is really nice, because the other, like, I did see a polka dot skirt which was so expensive as the entire set. So that is an added advantage when you love something and it also has a really good price point on it. These are the only 4 pieces that I'm going to show. I did buy a lot of other little pieces that could complement with other outfits in my closet. I'm really excited about having a new wardrobe, retaining old pieces that mean something to me and adding new ones. And you guys, that's everything. If you are traveling to Europe, you know that you should definitely have a look at retail. Have a look at grocery stores, because grocery stores are fun in different countries. They have different things to offer. EU definitely has cleaner ingredients if that is of importance to you. And I think buying what is popular in that region makes a lot of sense. I do have a tip which I have been saving for the end of the video. So I had my flight from Austin to Amsterdam to Florence. So that was my route, both ways, to and fro, the same route. Florence was my main destination. Like, that was my home base for this whole trip, apart from 36 hours in Rome. I didn't really have enough time in Rome to do all the retail shopping that I wanted to do. I hit up some malls, some retail stores, designer stores, as much as I could fit in those 36 hours, along with, you know, looking at all your tourist attractions and eating all your favorite food and yada yada yada. I tried to do the best that I could, but I didn't really have time for infinite amount of shopping, or just to explore and experience what they had going on. I didn't have intentions for infinite amount of shopping, but I didn't really have the time as well. So where I did have time was in Florence. But Florence is a small place, and I did visit their outlet mall, which took up half precious day in that limited time that you have on a vacation, and I highly advise against it. The thing is, if you do not have access to an outlet mall at all, that would be very fascinating to you. Especially, I don't know the retail scene in India today, but retail scene in India for luxury brands were pretty poor when I lived in India. So I saw a lot of Indians, Asians in general, kind of go there, and they had bags and bags as they left the mall. But to me, I would say that in Austin, where I live, the outlet mall is slightly better. And I've been to better ones. Like the Miami one was insane that I went to, because it's a bigger city. So outlet malls, if you have an opportunity to do that in a bigger city, I would spend your precious time there rather than do it in a smaller city, because you're not going to find that big of a collection. Because there were really nice stores. I did see Loro Piana in the outlet mall, which looked insane. I saw Maison Margiela, my favorite. That looked insane. But the prices were really poor. Like, it was just a My Teresa summer sale discount, you know, like it wasn't outlet pricing at all. That was my last tip. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions. Hope you had a good time.